Hi, everybody. Welcome into Sports Talk Chicago. The week keeps getting worse for the Bears, and we have a Bears-heavy show here on today's program. We appreciate everybody tuning in on our great radio and TV affiliates, 92.9 Cities FM, and also WJOB AM 1230, West Indiana, and ACTV, new logo up there near the top of our screen, Aurora Community Access Television. We're on there as well. We're here on YouTube at Sports Talk Chicago, all over on social media at Sports Talk Chicago. John Meadows producing and directing at the chair. Next to me over here, you want to be a part of the conversation, comment in the live chat, hang out with us, follow me personally at John Z Sports. We're going to make sure we find every way to get to your interaction. So much to get to, so much to talk about, and we are so glad that you're all here with us to lament in another tough and critical Bears week. I want to kind of start off with this, going to make this very brief and very quick, as I do see some trolls are still in existence across social media. Hey, good for you guys if you're still out there sticking to your guns, although they're probably wrong. I'm not going to retract any news about Alan Williams. And I think at this point, I've been unbelievably vindicated. And I'm going to leave it at that. So for those who continue to comment, whether it be here on YouTube or across social media, I know many people refuse to believe what's been put out there, and that's fine. I'm not going to retract anything. I'm not going to say anything more about it other than it's a really dark stain and a dark mark on what's already been a very tough year for the Bears. This weekend's performance was so poor and pitiful that the Williams story kind of got buried a bit, and now it's kind of been quiet. No one's really been talking about it. I have no new news to report about it. But I do want to say that what's out there is out there. Not just by me, but by many other reporters in the NFL universe. And more is going to continue to come out, whether you like it or not. I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to talk about how much the Bears are in trouble. They're in big trouble. Take a look at this article, and I can't believe this was written. I am so stunned at the media arc and the way the media has covered Justin Fields. Look at this. Quote, why the Bears should consider trading Justin Fields and starting over at QB in 2024. That's an article from CBSSports.com. Cody Benjamin at 0-3. Nothing should be off the table. Nothing. 3 games in and nothing should be off the table. It makes a great point. It kind of confirms what Jake Glazer reported before the Bears game on Sunday, saying that the Bears are not committed yet to Justin Fields. He has a ways to go to convince the Bears that they should commit to him long term, which is something we've been really talking about for years on this program. And this is not supposed to be a hit piece or a hate piece on Justin Fields. I think part of the situation, unfortunately, can be chalked up to coaching and chalked up to bad play calling, chalked up to bad scheme. That said, we are going to hold Justin Fields accountable for his horrendous play on the field, like we did to Mitch Trubisky. Everybody else did to a great extent. But nevertheless, Mitch Trubisky somewhat contributed to his own demise. Coaching was a big issue. Matt Nagy did sabotage him. Ryan Pace did too, and that team and the offensive line specifically was horrendous. Now we sit here today, and many situations are the same. And it makes me wonder, from a big picture perspective, what the hell is wrong with the Chicago Bears? You know, we were sold on different things. We were sold on newness, on a 21st century coaching staff and a 21st century front office. We were sold on the good stuff, on a forward-thinking GM. We were sold on good things. And what we're seeing is just a repeat of years past and years past and years past. We're seeing a repeat of decades of mediocrity and decades of dumb decisions and decades of defense first, although the defense is the worst in football. We're seeing the same old BS year in and year out. I mean, we're talking about a new head coach, a new GM, a new team president, and it's the same. Nothing has moved forward in the right direction. Justin Fields looks like Mitch Trubisky. And Mitch Trubisky put up better numbers than Justin Fields. That's a fact at this point. Justin Fields is a 6-29 quarterback who has a career passer rating of 80. What the hell's wrong with the Chicago Bears? And why does this continue to happen? See, this article from CBS is actually a bit misleading because they're saying trade Justin Fields and draft a quarterback in 2024. Well, does it really matter if you draft a quarterback if you're the Bears? I'm asking, does it really matter if the Bears draft Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders when he becomes available? No, because you know what? It's an organizational failure from the top down. Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's being held accountable for it. And every single year, it gets worse and worse and worse and more sad and pathetic, frankly. It's never getting better. Offensive coach Matt Nagy doesn't work. Defensive coach Matt Eberflus, who isn't even a coordinator at this point. Matt Eberflus is calling the defense now. He even said it during a press conference because Alan Williams is gone. And the Bears have one of the worst point differentials in football, have one of the worst defenses in football. Yeah, good job, Matt Eberflus. Nice guy off the field, bad coach. Those two things could be in existence, coexisting together. Matt Nagy, bad guy off the field, bad coach. Matt Eberflus, nice guy, but just a bad coach who is significantly in over his head. Significantly in over his head. And all of this goes back to Justin Fields. I'll admit it first. I was a little bit biased against Fields. I'll admit it. I was not happy with the way Mitch Trubisky was run out of town. I was not happy with the way that he was treated by the media, by fans, by everybody. I thought it was unfair. I thought it was wrong, and it was. But as I sit here today, the same things are happening to Justin Fields. The same things. I mean, think about Mitch. Great second year, right? Actually, their career trajectories are so similar. First year, kind of part-time quarterback, because Mitch only started 7 games his first year, and Fields didn't get the full season. Second year, big jump in a positive direction. Mitch was great his second year. The Bears went 12-4. Fields, although the Bears lost a lot of games, set a quarterback record with rushing yards for the team. And then third year, both guys took steps back. The Bears decided to stick with Mitch still moving forward. The Bears now are not going to commit to Justin Fields, and while I understand that based on performance, and part of it is Fields' fault, a lot of this is another failure in terms of coaching, in terms of play calling, and in terms of offensive line help. Why is it always the same things? And why do the Bears hire different people, right? They go outside the organization. They claim that they found the right guys, right GM, right head coach, right offensive coordinator, right president, and yet the same results continue to occur. I'm not a dummy, okay? You can't sell me BS and then claim it's great and then just continue to roll with it. This is literally a repeat of 2 or 3 years ago. And I heard some people say, well, maybe Kevin Warren's going to want to tear it down and build up his own team. No, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. The Bears and their fan base were already through a rebuild. They've already been through it last year. And don't tell me that this year's supposed to be 0-3 start and maybe a 5-win team. No, we were sold on much more this offseason. Ryan Poles spent significant amounts of money. This team was being lauded and touted by the national media. Everybody was in on the Bears to make a significant jump in 2023. And here we are today, and look where they are. They're 0-3, worst team in the NFL at this point. Maybe the Broncos are right there with them, and look who's going to be facing off this weekend. We'll get to that in segment 3. What a freaking joke. How sad is this? How sad is this to watch? I am so disappointed in this team continually asking for patience, continually talking to fans and hyping up what's going to happen, continually spinning the media to be in their direction, in their corner, when at the end of the day, it's the same old song and dance. It's the same old pattern of losing, no offense, no offensive line, and defense first, when even this year there's no defense. There's nothing. Nothing. They're so bad. There's no way to spin this. There's no way to talk about it. They're just bad. Justin Fields is certainly an issue, and there's a reason why the Bears are going to be uncommitted to him. And I blame Justin Fields for sure for his regression to an extent. Hey, Fields is missing wide open guys downfield. There were times, and they counted it off on the Fox broadcast on Sunday, he had 8 seconds in the pocket, threw it to nobody, took a sack, or ran out of the way, or threw it away. That's unacceptable. But his confidence is shot, and this team in general is going in the wrong direction. Think about all this stuff that's been going on for the Bears. Their offensive line is beat up. Their defense is not making any stops. They have no turnovers, barely any. They barely can even hit the quarterback, which is pitiful, to say the least. Justin Fields is missing wide open guys right downfield, and their defensive coordinator resigned under mysterious circumstances that nobody publicly knows about, but certainly it's probably affected these players behind the scenes, especially the defense. When you lose your head coach, I mean, if you're a defensive player, you lose effectively your head coach, your defensive coordinator, week 1. That's an unbelievable loss, and that is just tragic to say the least. Everybody's to blame. Everybody's in trouble. That's why we titled this video, Justin Fields and Matt Eberflus are in trouble. Well, really, it's everybody. Those two specifically are really on the hot seat, especially Matt Eberflus. He's probably, as far as coaching goes, the second highest coach on that hot seat trajectory, along with Brandon Staley out in Los Angeles. But they're both in trouble, and I think more people should be in trouble. More people should be held accountable. Luke Getsy should be going today, because whatever his experiment is on offense, it ain't working. And this is how it started last year, too, if you all recall. Year began, and Justin Fields was playing horribly, and Luke Getsy claimed that he was trying all things out. Then after about 4 or 5 games, things got really good. I'm so sick of the trial by error excuse. You know what you have in Justin Fields. You know what you have as a quarterback. You know his limitations and you know his strengths. Why the hell aren't you coaching for him? Why the hell aren't you calling plays that suit him best? Instead, we're doing the same old stuff, calling plays out of context, making things harder on him, and calling an offense that just looks befuddled and confused and confusing to watch. It's like a Matt Nagy type of offense. It's horrible. It's really bad. I don't know what the solution is going to be for the Bears long term. I really don't. I mean, you know, the old adage is, well, who are the Bears going to replace Eberflus and Fields with? I don't know. But if by the end of the year, this trajectory, this way continues, significant changes need to be made. And I'll tell you right now, first on the list, Eberflus and Fields. Poles should be on the list, but he won't. Oh, I didn't draft Justin Fields. I could stay. He should be gone too. For all the money he spent, where it went, and now the on-the-field product. All of them should be gone. Not going to happen, but it should happen. What a disappointing way to start off this season. And what a disappointing year for Bears fans at large. Everybody was let down by this team and this administration. Everybody's let down by this on-the-field product. And all of you deserve to voice your opinions on what's occurring. Bears faithful, some of them, or even Bears management, even media may try to silence you, but we're not going to do it because your voices need to be heard. This is sad. And this is unfortunate to watch. A lot of you are hanging out with us in the chat tonight. Some of you are blaming Justin Fields. Some of you are calling him Cade McFields, saying that you should draft a QB. I think there are so many other issues. I mean, Justin Fields is a problem, don't get me wrong, and he's an issue with this team, but we got to look at everybody, not just Justin Fields. Matt Eberflus has to go. Luke Getsy has to go. Ryan Poles has to go. Alan Williams is already gone. I think it's everybody, all-encompassing. Everybody has to go. And I'll end on this note. As far as Justin Fields goes, any quarterback who's drafted by the Bears at this point is set up to fail. If Pat Mahomes was drafted by the Bears, he'd fail. If Mitch Trubisky was drafted by the Bears, he'd fail. If Deshaun Watson was drafted by the Bears, he'd fail. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is here in Chicago. For some reason, somehow, they've set up a system that allows them to fail. And that's pretty damn sad.